Alright guys, get involved. That's right. You guys seeing what's taking place? That was grandma's boyfriend, okay? That's grandma's boyfriend on video. And of course you also saw the police officer in the area, same time frame. This is after the fact, a week ago anniversary, February 27th, 2026, a U.S. Marshal, fake catch and release of the father and son, 5130 West 24th Street, Laramie, Cicero, Illinois, 60804. This was a cover-up, of course, and the father was released instantly once he turned the corner, okay? He is in hiding. We have his video. We uploaded the video of his arrival in the four-door red Jeep. His wife, of course, away from camera view. We got a lot of hits. Everybody, I did not have to explain who he was. Everyone knows his identity. And he continues to be in hiding. And this is the reason why. He arrived at the same time frame before grandma emergency ambulance was called, okay, at 5130 West 24th Street, Laramie, Cicero, Illinois, 60804. And you saw the police officer clearly, same time frame, arriving, making sure I do not get too close to record what was going on. Not necessary. We got the video, okay? So we are asking for the public assistance once again. January 8th, 2025, last year, I filed a petition with a tax preparer, tax evasion. This is the individual behind the murder plot. This is the individual owner of this property, okay? Inherited by his deceased mother right here, okay? There's a number of trap houses in the area. They're expanding. We have 5130 that you guys just witnessed with the Candyman making periodic deliveries with bags on hand, parking away from camera view next to Board of Education District 99 building. We have another trap house next door, 5135, the Martinez family, making sure that the back door porch is always locked. That's a trap house in the basement. That's the reason why homeowner Martinez's son is driving a Village of Pilsen registration vehicle, parking away from camera view, making deliveries with a book bag, okay? 5139, another trap house with a gunshot through the window in the basement. 5139, another trap house. And of course, we have the dollar store owner, trafficking, distribution, and packaging as well. And that's the reason for the dollar store owner provoked confrontation, physical contact, and the police officer involved. A number of police officers, of course, placing high-ranking departments assigned to the specific address and over the bridge on Laramie toward Hawthorne track race horses. Horses are also involved for delivery purposes and trafficking and distribution. Hawthorne track race horses. So this is a big organization, and that's the reason why I am a target. Bright light harassment, electronic harassment, dog barking at command signal, community gang stalking, brain attacks, electromagnetic field waves, shock treatment to the brain. Coming from next door, 5135, second floor hideout. Signed contract with the Martinez family. And we also have town assessor officials visiting shortly after the catch and release fake arrest, February 27, 2026, last Friday, March 8th, they visited 5132 right here on a Sunday. Okay? This was a secretive home visit, social acting, to pass on messages in person to avoid phone taps. That's right, okay? So, all right, so this is what we want. We need the public assistance. There's children involved here, guys. Business as usual. We continue our surveillance, and of course, they continue their daily plan attacks against me. All right, January 8th, 2025, last year, I filed a petition with a tax preparer tax evasion. Please inquire the status date and watch the magic happen. Internal Revenue Services, okay? We're hitting this criminal organization when it hurts, of course, in their pocketbooks, okay? And, of course, this goes up the chain of command. Thomas Cicero Mayor, Larry Dominic, clearly is responding, okay? This is another reason why Morton High School students are not being protected by law enforcement because of their continuous harassment toward me. Not physically, but attacking my psyche once I approach the window or go grocery shopping and return from grocery shopping, okay? Or taking public transit, 54 in Cermak, Pink Line, or the bus. That's right. So this is a constant, the game of manipulation based on psychological warfare books, The Art of War, The 48 Laws, Centennial, Mind Games, Community Gang Stalking, Violent Harassment, and of course, electronic harassment. Subscribe to Tech Ingredients, YouTube channel, Tech Ingredients, equal exposure from microwave oven, X-ray machine, or sleeping next to a high power line. We are sharing our information with private investigator, Channel 7 News, Samantha Chapman. And we are sharing our information on social media platforms, okay? We are on Facebook. We are at 10K on YouTube channel, okay? We believe Chicago has a lot of compassionate people. Yes, a lot of caring people, a lot of concerned citizens. And that's why we are taking extreme lengths. And this is very dangerous. This is my life on the line, okay? I might not be here to enjoy the fruits of my labor. But if anything happens to me, it will bring more credibility to my social media platform. And this information is vital. Sure, you're safe at work, plenty of witnesses, and surveillance cameras. But once you are followed at home, the information is retrieved, and you will go through the same process I am. Remember, I play the victim for a reason, okay? Creating family conflict is a big part of it. That's the reason they continue targeting my ex-wife, the game of manipulation. And the dollar store owner was instructed to coerce her into thinking he is the victim, okay? And shortly after, we caught him on video, instructed to provoke a confrontation and physical contact. And waiting by was Sergeant Porter. Police officers involved in criminal activity, Sergeant Porter, badge number 2255, right forearm tattoo, waiting, standing by, set up traps, false police reports, and arrests. See how that works? Court dates, order of protection, document a history of mental health issue illness. There's a lot here, guys. There's a lot. And obviously, I'm just enjoying the ride. Okay? I'm sharing my information as I'm going along. I'm not in a hurry to go anywhere. I'm not in a hurry for this to end. But we need the public participation. Okay? Because without you guys, these government agencies are not going to work for your tax dollars, okay? And you've clearly seen history in the making. Remember Betty Lauren Ortiz, the former mayor of Town of Cicero, Larry Dominic, is being protected by external government agencies. These are individual employees, and of course, now we have a U.S. Marshal. Fake arrest, catch and release. The uniform was present, the U.S. Marshal uniform, as bait to give me some sense of security, comfort, so I may go outside and share my information. What was going on inside my apartment? Business as usual. All the windows were covered up. We do have a police officer on video entering and exiting next door, 5135, taking pictures of all my windows covered up. Documentation of mental health issue illness is important to disregard my public service as a hoax, as a lie. And that's the reason constant mental health hospital evaluation, victims lose their credibility. Family withdrawal, family placing an order of protection, family signing off all legal rights, family awarding the victim to a state mental institute, the final fate. That's right. A combination of high frequencies, electromagnetic field waves, very high levels as I am experiencing now. The only reason I continue to be experiencing the electronic harassment, 2003 year and present, 2026, and it's 9:36 a.m. Friday, March 13th, 2026, okay? The only reason I'm being exposed to this type of electronic harassment and umbrella harassment and community gang stalking and the police officers constantly provoking a confrontation is for documentation purposes of mental health issue illness, okay? That's called the game of manipulation, and that's their safety cushion to avoid once I become ill from secondary health issues or radiation levels, okay? Brain aneurysm, bleeding of the brain, blood clot, bone cancer, brain damage, a number of secondary health issues of radiation levels, of course, and blood trauma to the brain, okay? Eventually, the blood vessels of the brain will weaken and the bleeding will start. I do have my doctor at Oak Street Health advised me once he looked over my MRI and CT scan. He said, Miguel, you were bleeding. You have nothing to worry about. You can go home and relax. Well, guess what? I did my homework. When the bleeding stops, it creates a blood clot. This is dry blood that blocks the arteries of the brain, okay? Silent, incoherent victims. Nursing home final fate, identity theft Medicaid takes place, okay? No witnesses. So plenty of second character witnesses here, and that's the reason for the mob plan hits with second character witnesses among her co-workers instructed to park here. That's the reason for the dollar store owner provoke confrontation, physical contact, okay? Physical contact. And that's another reason for constant police officers harassment, okay? On video, once I approached the window, just passing by, attacking the victim's psyche, of course. But remember, they're trying to see if I respond to the electronic harassment, to the provoked confrontation, to the bright light harassment, to the dog barking on command signal. A number of strategies being used on a daily basis, and we have on video Thomas Cicero officials visiting 5132 unmarked vehicle, March 8th, 2026, Sunday afternoon. And they were laughing and eye contact, okay? So obviously, they're not concerned about my social media platform. Okay, I am staying away from Facebook because I want to make sure everyone understands what I am going through and the sacrifice I am making. This is a documentation of a murder plot on my life, okay? So I want people to take this very seriously. I enjoy going on Facebook, but the reason I haven't been back is to make sure I create some type of following, okay? We want people to follow my information. We want people to be concerned, okay? Be concerned citizens and acknowledge my absence. My absence means I need assistance, okay? That's exactly what that means, all right? So get involved. It is worth your time and effort. And I am excited. And it's very quiet. No community gang stalking. No dog barking and command signal. They're listening to me. I need my privacy. I continue sleeping with my head inside this aluminum pot. And of course, my room is documented by police officers involved in criminal activity. And this is part of the process, okay? Right? Alright. We appreciate your support. Get involved, guys. Mello Greco. The first floor remains vacant. And we have the individual boyfriend of grandma arriving to the scene. And obviously a police officer showed up right after. Okay? The individual that was arrested by a U.S. Marshal February 27, 2026, last Friday, continues hiding. But we uploaded the video of his arrival, same time frame as grandma. Shortly after, emergency paramedics were called. Remember, the paramedics are involved in criminal activity, the fire department as well. This is called making sure there's no loose ends. Okay, that's how that works. That's why it's regarded as a state insurance policy fraud, identity theft, Medicaid. A big organization, guys. Okay, it's not a one-person catch and release fake arrest. I'll tell you that much. Get involved. Okay.